like one of them celebrities.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Three Men and a Vape Show. It is the Christmas special. I am so sorry that we are late. A few things that we're trying to sort out. It's just all gone tits up. That's what it's done. It's gone tits up, people. Zoom decided they wanted to do an update. And while they were doing an update, it's knocked all the settings. And then all of a sudden, OBS decided it was going to do it. But hey ho, we are here now for the Christmas special. Mr. B, how are you?
Ho, ho, ho. I'm jolly all right.
You're a hoe?
Well, not technically. I'm married. Once upon a time, maybe.
I could quite imagine you as a juggler.
A juggler?
Yeah, definitely not a gigolo, but a juggler.
You can see me as a juggler. Yeah. Juggling twats like you, yeah.
Well, I've seen a few of them in my time. I was a gynecologist, but I never got a look in. How are you doing, the wonderful Harley?
I'm doing good. I think my internet's a bit slow. So if I'm cutty and beeper, then I do apologise. Other than that, I'm wonderfully fine. So, wonderfully fine. How are you, Mr. Aiden?
I'm all right, yeah. I've had that. I don't know about you two have had it. I've had that chest infection for about 3 weeks. I've been going to work with him, but it's not.
My dad's terrible with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible. But he had the flu jab. And ever since, he's just been laid out. Which has kind of fucked up my routine a bit. Very inconsiderate of him. But
yeah, you the old swimming. How's that been going?
It's fandabidozy. I had a couple of arguments, as I do, generally. But, keeping up. I'm averaging 30 lambs a time now, so...
You've had a couple of arguments. What does that mean?
You know, people see the size of me and consider me inconsiderate for trying to swim in a pool. And it's like, they look at me and think you should be in the ocean where you belong, not in a pool with other people. But some people just need to be reminded that I am a human being and I have paid to be there.
Yeah, you're obviously, it's not like you sat there at a public swimming bath, which you're allowed to go to anyway, but you're actually at a gym.
A luxury gym. But it's, there was this one geezer who every time I swam past, he kept sighing. And I put up with it for about half an hour. And then all of a sudden, as I went past him, he stood up. And so I stood up as well and looked at him and went, "What?" Because I was pissed off at that point. And he just looked back as if, I don't know, like I was about to eat him or something. And he just went, "Nothing, mate. I weren't saying that you was good," and carried on. So, they just need reminding. When I swim, there's a wake that comes around me. It's like an iceberg going through the ocean. It has a wake.
Have you beat your record of your lengths then?
I'm sticking to 30 because I only have like an hour, and I can only really do 30 in an hour. So what I've done now is I'm sticking to my 30, but I'm also putting in some stuff whilst I'm swimming. Like different ways of using legs and stuff. But it's all working nicely.
Bit of legs and co.
Yeah, bit of legs and co.
These things proper annoy me.
I'm
not even going to touch it. It's working. It's working. I'm not going to touch it. It's not ideal, but if I'd have reset it all, we'd have been in trouble.
Thank you, Bunny. I agree.
Fuck the haters, Mr. B. You are totally right, Sodom. There's a lot of people.
The only reason why I don't go to the ocean is if I went on a beach, they'd try and throw me in.
Yeah, Greenpeace.
They'd think I was a beach whale.
And Ollie, I want to congratulate you, buddy. The channel is absolutely booming, isn't it?
Flying.
Kabooming. No, it's not. It's died again. The algorithms decided, actually, we don't like that Yorkshire pig after all. So it's died off a bit.
You sure that's the algorithm, mate?
I hope it's the algorithm. But no, I had a good stint in October. Don't get me wrong, it's still flying a lot faster than I expected it to. Let's not forget my actual target for the channel was 1,000 subscribers in a year. It's been about 7 months, and I'm now looking at 10,000. So, yeah.
What are you at now?
9,456.
So 10 times what I've done. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, like I said, it's just heartbreaking because, like I said, you look at how fast it goes up on 1 or 2 videos, and then all of a sudden the videos just aren't getting watched anymore, and you think, "Fuck." So you try and push it.
Don't you get stuck with like
it's the algorithm?
There's a guy called watching.
There's a guy called yeah, but it's hard not to, innit? And like I said, when you're getting like 2,000 a month, and then it drops off to like 100 a month, you think shit. And don't get me wrong, like I said, I'm still very grateful for 100 a month. It's just a bit of,
I like that. Sam M says, "I love Harley's channel. It's just a shame about the name." I get that. I get it.
What? How many are you at now?
9,500.
That's really good, mate. It's not even a year old, is it?
Oh, might be 400.
I've got zero sympathy for you. You're there complaining, I can't get another 3,000 subscribers.
Like I said, I'm not complaining at all. I'm just saying it's really heartbreaking when it's flying and it stops. But it's the algorithm shit, because I'm not very good at getting into it, obviously. There's dark documentaries or whatever it's called, dark case documentaries. And he's flown. He started after me and he's got like 46,000. Now, you could quite easily say it's because of the genre, but obviously there's also thousands of people that have been stuck on 100 subscribers.
Oh, don't worry about it. Next year, Elon Musk is buying YouTube and it'll all be sorted.
Yeah. So it's just a case of trying to play my thumbnails a bit, description and stuff, and get more into it.
Is he US based?
I think he might be.
That does make a difference.
The big thing about my channel, I've had two obviously opposing sides. I've had the fucking can't understand a word he's saying, which is quite interesting, because you'll have someone in America that says, "Oh, I can't understand a word he's saying. He's even talking English." And then you'll have someone reply saying, "I'm a Texan through and through, and I can understand him clear as day. What is up with you?"
An American asking if somebody's talking English. Now that's the sense of irony.
But then there's the others, and the thing is, with my channel, it's hard not to sell art, and so many people have put "do not sell art," because obviously I'm focusing on cases that no one else has covered. So it's quite hard to not to go for the big cases that everyone's talking about that will bring more views in. But I think there's a lot more to be said about finding people that have been murdered and telling their story rather than just telling the same old shit that everyone else is saying.
Yeah, because some of them are really, really interesting stories as well.
Have you tried doing stories from like recent history, not like from like 1850 or anything, like the kid who killed the teacher and put her in a wheelie bin and dragged her down the road?
They're all recent. I think the latest I've been is 90s.
That's what I mean. Get like 2020s. It might get the algorithm going. I've done a few. Because
I were doing 90s to 2000s because I didn't want any new cases. But I think the last few have been like 2020, 2019.
So you've got to be a little bit careful, haven't you, because of what you say if it's still in court.
Yeah, well, there are also someone that's just got done from round here, and I thought I don't like want to do him because if his family decide they don't want me reporting it and shit, because it does happen that I reported a woman that went missing in 1996 in Sheffield, and her family commented, and I looked on the channel and it was a brand new channel that had commented, so I thought it's just some sort of troll, block it. Then another person commented, new channel. So I found these two people on Facebook, and they'd actually got her picture on the cover picture. So I'm like, oh shit, I have actually offended someone. So, but the interesting thing about this case, it was the Dawn Shields case, and her case was reopened in 2020 or 2021.
Was that the girl who they found had been raped and they had the mattress? Sheffield.
No.
Can I just point out for a Christmas show, this is an exceptionally morbid topic.
Dawn Shields was the one that were found in Castleton.
All right.
But the case is still ongoing. Police have only just reopened it. So I messaged her. I said, look, I don't have to take it down. That's like asking the Sun to take an article down. I don't have to. But out of respect, I will. And then I pressed unlist, and then I went straight onto phone to police and said, look, Dawn's sister's acting really dodgy. She don't want me to publish this video about a sister that's still an unsolved case. But I think that's the only time I've had that. More than, it's been a really...
Well, you actually phoned the police up and went, I think... Inspector Harley, hello, this is the police.
Yeah, because it's dodgy. Imagine your sister...
Do you do it in the French accent? Please tell me you do it in the French accent. Hello, this is Inspector Clouseau. I have found your murderer.
This is Harley from All I'm Saying Is. I know, because you think about it, right?
Can you
If
give me your
sister
bank
got
account
murdered-
details and sort code? I have 4 million Uganda dollars. And the sister's a bit dodgy.
If you look at it like that, I've lost the train of thought now. If your sister got murdered 15 years ago, they never found the murderer, news articles were still coming out about it to that day, the police had reopened the investigation, why would you want somebody passing the word around, appealing for information, not to do so? You know what I mean? I like it's dodgy. So I phoned police and I says, look, it's probably nothing, but because there's times like the Patricia Granger one, everybody knows who did that. Lots of people know who did that, but they can't pin him. So obviously, if somebody came to me and asked me to take that video down, it's very suspicious that that specific person is asking me to take that video down. So
Could Harley be the first person, in the next 5 years, be the first person to do YouTube-based investigations where he actually follows people he thinks killed somebody?
Does that mean he'd have to have like a really big magnifying glass?
he's walking down the street.
Yeah.
Pink Panther.
Well, they've just found, haven't they? They've just reopened a case after 56 years because of the DNA has come on so far, and he'd raped and killed one of his relatives. It was his ex-partner's daughter, and they've just got him after 56 years.
Oh, are you on about him from that YouTube channel?
Well, I'm not quite sure if he had a YouTube channel, but
Well, there's someone from a YouTube channel that they really were doing an excellent job, and they're called Adventures with Purpose.
Playtime with Harley.
And what they did on their channel is incredible because they'd go around and missing people's cases. They'd get onto a boat on any waters that were nearby in a certain perimeter. They'd use sonar, and they'd found something like 36 dead people that were previously classed as missing. And the police had searched these waters and everything and not found anything, but they'd find them. And then it came out in November that the person that owns the YouTube channel, obviously it's a charitable business, but the person that owned that channel is now up for sexual assault against a little one that were related to him. So it's blown it out water, obviously. His channel's practically non-existent anymore. Be like, shit, you were doing such a massively good thing, and you were like the only person on YouTube around cold cases actively finding people, and then it turns out you're a massive fucking nonce.
Sorry, it's just the way you said it. I'm not laughing at what the actual content was.
You know, speaking of bad things, are we going to talk about how one of the testicles is deciding to remove himself?
The Tesco's?
Tesco's?
One of our testicles
Tesco's
is deciding
Express
to
from
remove
corner
himself.
from me.
I can't believe that. I thought you said Tesco's.
Yeah.
I'm
Let's talk
thinking
about
I can't believe
testicles,
what
because every little bit
Tesco's.
helps.
I think what's happening in Tesco's.
No, testicles. One of our testicles.
Yeah, as
has
you might have
decided
seen,
to remove
I
himself.
was going to wait a little bit. You know what I mean? We could have talked for a bit longer, but now you forced the hand, Mr. B. We'll do it. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, as you would have seen from the thumbnail, one of us is actually leaving, and it is
I'm
me.
fucking sick of this shit.
Yeah, it's me. I'm leaving. Harley and Mr. B are going to carry the shit. No, it isn't. No, it's actually Harley. He did speak to us probably about a year ago.
Yeah, I've managed to drag him along by his testicles this whole time, kicking and screaming as you'd expect. But then he turned around and went, "No, you fat bastard! I'm not staying. That's it. I'm done."
Yeah,
I'm
he's sort of obviously with stuff changing at work, and obviously with the new channel, and he's obviously sort of took a step.
He's leaving us behind for fame and fortune. That's what he's doing.
But I do want to just say that me leaving was said several times before I even started. All I'm saying is, so anyone that says I'm leaving because I've now got 10K,
I'm sorry, you can't prove that. That's a load of bullshit.
I can't remember that. Can you,
I've got
Mr. B?
messages to prove.
As soon as he hit like 5,000 subs, he said, "That's it. No, I'm a superstar now. I'm going to leave YouTube."
The main reason is the timing's impractical. I'm rushed off my feet constantly, even without. All I'm saying is. But then either my 1-year-old sleeps in our bedroom, which is right behind where I film. So it's not very fair for her or Steph to have to sit downstairs and wait for me to finish this, because she goes to bed at 7. So right now she's in the living room. So it's just become impractical for me to do it. And like I said, it's not because of all I'm saying is I'd quite happily do both if it weren't for just general life and living arrangements getting in the way, I'm afraid. It has been very nice to be here, though. I've enjoyed speaking to Aidan every week.
Yes,
Well, if we're on.
It's mate. Obviously, when Flat Cap, when Salford went, we were looking for somebody, and you fitted perfect in, mate. And it's been absolutely fantastic. We've had some corking shows. I think you're not far away from your 100 show yourself, are you?
Yeah, I can't be far off. I was just about to say as well, until another about 30 shows, all I'm saying is
See,
shows,
nothing to do about his other channel. That's all he's fucking thinking about.
Plug. Yeah, I've been it again. What a wanker.
So all I'm saying is,
I'm Three Men in a Vape Show's longest running co-host other than Aidan.
Yeah.
So Mr. B's got like 30 to catch up, then he can take title off me. So for the next 30 weeks, I'm going to sit here very smugly going.
But obviously, it's massively, and I'm going to miss you, mate. I'm going to really miss you loads. But going forward, the show isn't finishing. We ain't giving in, are we, Mr. B?
No, we are going to hold 3 Men Factor. And what we want you to do, if you want to take part in 3 Men Factor, send an email to littlebrovapes@gmail.com if you want to be considered, and we will put you on the show and get everybody's thoughts about you. We're going to do a proper competition, aren't we? 3 Men Factor.
I think that's a great idea, that. We will, anybody, even if you're not into vaping, we'll
Elon Musk, if you're interested,
send it over to Little Bro Vapes, and we will do 3 Men on a Vape Show, X Factor style.
Yep, 3 Men Factor, Super Lord. You fancy it? Come on.
Yeah, ooh. She's fitting brilliant. But yeah, all seriousness, I'm going to miss you, and I obviously we're still going to be talking. I hope and wish all the best for you in the future.
Absolutely.
And your family and everything like that, buddy. So yeah, it is sad news. But hey ho, we just fucking move on, don't we? You bastard. Anyway, you're allowed to keep. You can have some of the merchandise every third Thursday. YouTube name and stuff like that.
Bill Richards, Super Lord. I'll give it a miss. Fuck that shit.
I think it should be quite hilarious after a while.
Yeah, after 10 minutes. You're like, no, I'll switch you off. Thank you.
Yeah, so that is the news, but it will still be 3 Men and a Vape Show, and we will be back after New Year. We'll be back. And stay tuned for more information. What's happening here, Mr. B? I wanted to ask as well. What's sort of happening with you in the vaping scene? Are you coming back? Are you?
Oh, yes, yeah. The 1st of Jan, I'm releasing a teaser of what's going on. The 6th of Jan is the start of my new show, The Conversation Station, and it's going to be something different. It's going to be something fun.
Are you going to
put a lot of effort into the concept.
Doing reviews or?
That is undecided at the moment. To be honest, I don't know. I'm a little bit. How can I put this? I watch a lot of reviews by a lot of people, especially in the last 3 months, and I watch everyone on social media, and I keep across that, and a lot of it feels so seriously disingenuous. And I don't know why it feels that way to me. It just does. And
what do you mean by that?
Well, I don't know. It just feels like this is a geek vape Z whatever, and it's amazing. Everybody says that. And it just feels a little bit disingenuous. There's not many people actually calling folks out anymore, and I don't know why.
Well, I think going over the years, I think there's a lot of stuff nowadays that's coming out that you can't really say it's bad, because the majority of stuff nowadays is good.
Well, yeah, no, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of bloody good reviews out there. But it's just, as well as on top of that, there's also the cost factor. That is a huge problem for any new reviewer. So I think I was spending neck end of £200-300 a month at one point. Just buying in vape gear to review, then never touching it again. It just doesn't make actual sense to me. But obviously, I'm an avid vapor. Obviously, I'm known for doing reviews and stuff. So it's not. I'm not saying I'm not going to do them. I'm just saying maybe.
But like Ian said, I think it is a point. Bill's just said Bill Richards has just said there's that little innovation. It makes reviews.
This is the problem. Yeah,
tedious.
that's probably why it feels a bit disingenuous. Not on the reviewer's part, but more on the product.
And like Aidan said,
everything's the same.
Everything's got to a standard. It's not even as if some things are really good and some things are just okay. Everything just seems to be bumping along that standard, as if anyone's too scared to try anything different, or as if, like I said, I think it crescendoed about a year or two ago. And when I were reviewing, I got to a point where I found it really hard, because even the bad stuff, you were still going, well, it's all right, someone will like it. There were nothing but you could go, it's shit. And there were reviews, and I used to like doing them reviews because I were always as brutally honest as possible. And I think even for Easy Click, one of my titles were, are they testing for the flavor? Are they testing for the flavor ban? Because this pod has absolutely no flavor. And so I did try and be as harsh as possible. But it did get to a point that even when you're trying to be harsh, it's all right. The harshest thing you could say about Alt were, it's all right.
Well, it's one of those situations where it's like I said. I think there was a comment that was made to me in a message that I got when I was just talking to somebody, and he turned around and said, "I like your reviews for you. It's more about you than what you're actually reviewing." I'm like, "Well, that's not what it's supposed to be," but that's what got me thinking. And I think my channel is more about me than what I'm actually vaping on. So I spent more time doing live shows than anything else. So I think that's going to be where I'm going to be heading, down the live show.
Live sort of bits. As well with the live bits, obviously, I always said to you, start off with your juice reviews, which any new reviewer should do.
But this is the thing with juice reviews. Again, I don't see the actual point to it because everybody is different, so drastically different in some cases. I mean, if I taste banana, someone else is going to taste banana, but whether they like the strength of the banana is going to be two different things. And there's only so far you can describe a juice as to whether somebody would pick it up or not.
Yeah, a juice review is subjective, but what you can do is you can give them a general idea of what it's like. Now, we also know that there's some juices that taste absolutely chemically and shit, which they're going to taste that exactly the same. So
not necessarily.
And the whole point of having a channel... and you've got to think juice reviews have been coming out for a hell of a long time. It is to give people an idea of what the flavour profile is. And
this is where I come from that angle, though. This is where I come from that angle. I can't think of a single juice I've ever bought that I've gone looking for a review for first.
I think you're grasping the wrong end of it. The whole point of having people who subscribe to you is because they then... like your opinion on stuff, they then buy it, and then if your opinion is sort of going towards what they think as well, they then go, oh, I'll go and try that juice.
But again, you've got the other side of the coin, haven't you? Because everything is subjective, my opinion all of a sudden becomes pointless.
So that's exactly what I'm saying to you. If that person then follows your channel and just say, I don't know, it's the Nexus pod salts, and you go, yeah, that's really nice, it tastes a little bit like this is really nice, it's not chemically, nice and smooth, and they sort of have the same sort of palate as yours, and they go and try and go, yeah, he's totally right, that's really, really good, that's why they follow your channel.
I suppose another way to look at it is people do beer reviews, people do food reviews, and it's the same shit.
Cigar reviews.
Yeah. No, exactly the same thing.
But yeah, I would say if anybody's starting off is juice reviews, we're like that with the Rochford new project, which we will be doing a giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. I would calling it Kasabian cream, but it's not.
Oh, it's beautiful, is that stuff? It's the only juice I've come across that actually tastes like a peach Melba Mullacona.
But do you know what as well, though? I got loads of different flavours from that to what other people got.
Every time I vape it, it's like peach Melba Mullacona, and that's the only thing I can think of. And
I would get a taste of rum with it. You know, like a rum aftertaste. But what it actually would have been the orange. You know, more like the pith of the orange sort of taste afterwards. But it tasted like a bit of rum. But I wasn't the only one who got that. Adam got that as well. But it is a beautiful juice. And again, ladies and gentlemen, you can use the code 3Men Vape all the way up till 12 o'clock tonight. Get yourself over there and support the wonderful Rochford.
Absolutely.
If anybody else has tried his juices, the new juice, let us know what you think about it. Myself,
I absolutely love it. I think it's really nice.
Myself,
I can vape all the time.
Yeah, myself going a little bit forward with 3 Men and a Vape Show. Big shout out as well to everybody who voted me again back into the Easy Click Awards. I never mentioned it. I've not been putting reviews out. And I still ended up 6th, which was really good because I've not mentioned it. I've not asked anybody to vote for me. So I was very chuffed. I think that must be about 6 years in a row I've been in top 10. So that was really, really nice of everybody. Thank you so much for that.
Dude.
Yeah,
And congratulations to Flat Cap, who's just in the chat. He got 2nd. Congratulations to Vic. The new set of lads who were 3rd, they are really, really good. I can't remember the names, but I have watched a few of their reviews. And congratulations as well to my brother on his show. The home service got 5th. So congratulations to the lads as well. So yeah, no, way happy. I've got to give a big shout out to that show because don't have massive numbers that are there, but that show's constant and it's been going for years and years and years. And my brother, it's not very often they have a week off. And it's a fantastic show. So if you haven't caught that out, it's just before the UK Vape Show over on Solom's channel. My brother's obviously stopped reviewing, but he's still doing the show with Steve Dilligaff and Stevie. So make sure you go out there and check them out. But congratulations to him. But me going forward, hopefully next year, Louise has obviously started university. So she starts in January on actual placement. So she's
nice.
starting in the hospitals. So my job's going to be changing a little bit. I'm not going to be doing as many days next year going forward. I'm going to just probably one venue. So there's going to be more time for me to get back into it. I'm not going to be doing like we have done in the past, 4 or 5 reviews a week. It's going to probably be a couple. But yeah, I'm not going anywhere, and hopefully I'm going to have a bit bigger push next year. A little bit of a revamp. I was considering completely and utterly quitting everything. That means all the shows, and it wasn't just to do with how the vaping, how the stuff, the innovation, all that. It was just how the vaping scene had got. Yeah, it got very, very toxic. It was horrible.
Extreme. That put me off. I was going to come back in September. But that's what put me off. The scene become very toxic, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to take a bit more time. Fuck this.
Well, that has been the biggest reason. I don't want to be involved in all this shit week in, week out, and it was horrible. It's dragging, and you can see what it's basically done to the community.
Yeah,
there is a community out there, some lovely people, and it's happened to a lot of the shows as well. Shows that were getting, say, 250, 300 views on him are now getting 100. Because of the toxicity that they've let carry on in the chats and stuff like that. It's vaping. It's not doesn't have to be so horrible.
Yeah, I don't understand where the toxicities come from. I really don't. I don't get it.
It's not the only thing. You know, you got to think it's not the only sort of thing on YouTube where you've got it either. You got the makeup community, the gaming community. It's
but
there.
I can understand it in gaming because in gaming is relatively competitive. There's fuck all competitive in vaping. It's just one person's opinion against another.
Ollie will tell you, I must admit, we got it because the show wasn't on. I had some really nasty comments and messages because the show wasn't on. And I think people forget, 7 years I've been doing this, where at one point I was doing 3 shows a week, plus putting out between 2 and 4 reviews a week, which takes hours.
Yeah, of course it does.
To actually do. And you're putting it out there because you want to do that. And then when you're ill, you know what I mean, when you've got stuff happening in your family, your kids and other bits, and it's not, you can't really do it. But then to receive nasty messages because you're not doing it, it's just unthinkable. But yeah, we're gonna put the horrible bit to the side, and I have missed it, and I've missed doing, getting down here and actually doing the recording of it. And we're gonna push Urban LBV as well.
Sweet. There we go. So everyone knows what we've been up to. Everyone knows what the plans are.
Harley, what's the plans with yours?
Oh, I don't have a fucking clue. Do I ever have a clue what I'm doing?
No,
I've just started doing
thing.
I've just started doing Strange and Fiction, which I put on hold because I was too busy. So now I'm absolutely rammed because I'm pushing video, doing video, pushing video, doing video. But I've just been talking to somebody that's got something like 30,000 subs. We're going to do some sort of collab. We're not sure what we want to do yet, but we're going to do something. But by the way, that's a good point. I did mention that I'd really love to do a true crime live once a month. that pointed out that I was too busy to do a true crime once a month. So if I'm too busy to do a true crime once a month, then that just proves that I'm not quitting this just for that.
But mate, please, just before don't ever think that we think you're quitting because you've got your other channel.
Mate, don't ever think Aiden's thinking that.
No, everybody else is like, but your life takes over. That's what it is. It's life.
But it'll do what I do. I think apart from Stefan the Kids, Free Man Vape Show has been the only constant in my life the last 2 years. So it'll just whatever I feel. I've just started doing the Stranger and Fiction videos again, which I'm really enjoying because I can have fun, I can have a laugh rather than be morbid. So you just see, you know what I'm like. I'll wake up one day and decide I want to do something else, and I'll do that. I really do at some point in the future want to do one of them really cliche, overdone van motorhome conversions. I've always wanted to do one of them.
Okay, now you and Adam are following each other, you two. He's following doing that off your shoulder, and he's doing van conversions as well.
That's not for a long time in the future. Because me and Steph have always wanted a motorhome. I've always wanted to do a conversion. But I've really, for years, ever since I started YouTube, I've been telling her to do a true crime YouTube channel. And she just won't. She's too shy in front of the camera. So I thought if I do something like that, it won't necessarily be that, but something like that, a couple of years down the line, when life's not as hectic, just to get her doing it. But for medium term, it'll just be my stories. I want to do more interesting stories. But see, you said, you do true crime. That sounds quite easy to manage. But it's not, because then you've got your solved cases, you've got your unsolved cases, you've got your recent cases, you've got different genres. And if you keep it around one of any genre too much, people start getting bored of it. You know, God, I might just quit.
He's talked himself out of it, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't have to do anything. He's staying.
that were easy. So you're staying now then?
But like I said, you know what I'm like. I'm very spontaneous, and the future will hold what it'll hold. I'm sure I'll get bored.
Mate, it's really hard when you've got a 1-year-old. It's me and Louise, who's in chat as well. Nice to see you in chat. And it's lovely to see everybody, all them lovely faces that we haven't spoke to for quite a while. Thank you so much for joining us. But yeah, we're at the other stage of childhood now with kids. It's EastEnders every fucking day. So it's either Daniel falling out with Ollie, or Ollie falling out with Fern, or Fern falling out with all of them. It's Lou will tell you, it's fun.
Sam came running into me about Emmerdale the other day, and she's telling me this storyline on Emmerdale, and I'm looking at her going, I haven't seen Emmerdale in 5 years.
Yeah, I've not seen it for a lot of years. I don't even know who's on any of these shows.
No, she's telling me about some affair that someone was. I'm like, why do I care?
The little neighborhoods that have got really, really, really busy gossip. You got out of so few people have such booming gossip lives.
I don't watch very much of the soaps.
No, I'm not a soap person. I'd rather watch YouTube than soaps.
Obviously, we are a vape show. Has any of you two had anything new or tried anything new apart from the Rochford?
No, to be honest, I've been using the Rochford quite vigorously. I've been using there's a local company that's been around here called the E-Lab. It's in Berlin. They do a cider range. That's really nice. I've been trying.
I think I did a review for them E-Lab.
Yeah, they're Preston based, but they've got shops in Burnley as well. But they've got a cider range called Ciderberg. And it's actually very pleasant indeed.
The cider I tried weren't too bad. It was from I can't remember the company now. And then they did like an alcohol range. I wonder why they sent it me. I don't know why.
The YouTube's biggest alcoholic. You know.
Yeah, it's well, yeah. Allegedly, can we have allegedly there, please? I'm sure Graham Amatorium is somewhere there with me. We would share a bench together, me and that kid. But yeah, they did a range, and I can't remember. They did a beer, a cider, and something else, like a gin, and it was absolutely disgusting. The cider wasn't bad, but the beer, it tasted like, like sediment.
Ooh. Now, I like cider ranges because they're usually a lot more tart than the fruit stuff you normally get. This is a a strawberry, lime, kiwi, and apple cider, and it's a really nice blend, but it's got that tartness that you don't really get with the, like a straight strawberry or something like that.
I'll tell you one that, talk about an apple, which were really, really nice, is the that one, the BDV from Big D Vapes, which is the Overture, lip smacking sour apple. That is really, really, really nice. I recommend that to anybody if they're into the apples. He sort of collaborated with Whitlicker, which we all know is a fantastic company, Boulevard and all that. So yeah, really, really good. I did. Obviously, I've been turning down reviews because obviously I've not been reviewing. So a lot of the companies, when they've emailed, I've said I'm not. But they sent me out the VI class from Yeehee, the SX Mini. This is really, really good. Different pods. Just a bit of leakage there. That's me filling it. Just like that. I'll show that on camera, do you? But yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, no, it's really good bit leakage.
There is a battery wrap on there, and that's how it fits. And then it fits back into here. Like that. Really nice
the
flavour
nicest
on it.
mod I've seen in a long time was an AIO from Strangers Mods. I would give my right arm to get hold of that, but it's like $1,000 or something stupid. It's
I'll
really
never pay
stupid money.
£1,000 for a vape. I'll leave
No, I don't know the price, but Strangers' price are exceedingly expensive.
What about you, Ollie?
Whitby Aegis.
Whitby Age is still at it.
She's still going. Do you know, over month in summer, Lily went to my mum's house. She was playing with pool, and I was splashing all kids and stuff, and my vape got wet. And obviously, this Aegis is no longer waterproof on the account, but it's got no buttons. So that night I got home and it had stopped working. Buttons were a bit wet. I'm like, oh shit, no, come on. I like CPR on top of my vape and like, you can do it. And she's pulled through. She's still going.
That's a great question. How do these Burrow devices compare to mods and RDAs? I've never had a Burrow device.
They're really good. I've had a couple of them. Again, it all depends what you've got. Some of them can be a little bit fiddly to build on.
Which is why I've never had one.
Yeah, they can be a bit fiddly to build on. But if you get some Chico coils, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. I was about to say, Chico. Get some Chico coils in there.
Buddy.
You're laughing.
Yeah, you're laughing. But yeah, it's they're good. If you're into that, and that seems to be the new fad at the minute, isn't it? We've had the Swankin, the 3D printed mods, people going back to mount along, and these Burrow devices or bridges, whatever you want to call it. That's what it is the new fad. But they are good. There are some crap ones out there, but there's some good ones. It's like as well. Who come out with it? Was it Dovepo? Was it the Abyss?
Dovepo, yeah.
Was it the Abyss?
Abyss, yes, it was the Abyss.
And before they got it right, before everything was fixed, they were at like version 5. So all these people who went out and bought it were crap. The first one didn't work properly. Then the second one were a bit better. And by the time you got to the fifth one,
bless him.
It was the Pulse AIO. Obviously, Mr. B, Tony B. Was I remember when the first one came out. I've got a lot of of theirs. I've reviewed a few, but yeah, they're good. What's anybody else's opinion in chat about that as well?
I don't know. To me, that's the only thing that's ever put me off those Burrow devices. They look really finicky to build on. And my hands were not made to do finicky things. It's just, it's why I like me big RDAs, because it's the screws are generally easy to see. You can deal with them quite easily.
I've got arthritis in my hands, my knees, and in my hips, and sometimes I get like a bit where it'll just do it itself. And I've crushed the coils. You've got like little coils, so I'm trying to fiddly do it, and then all of a sudden it'll go back, and I've crushed it. So you sat there trying to make it out. Yeah, it can be really fiddly. And especially if they're not... The other ones that used to do me as well is when you used to put them across and you're like trying to fit a coil in, you're either putting it on the inside or one on the outside and one on the inside, and just trying to get it straight over the airflow. It can be a bit funny.
I'm
I'll forever have an image.
I'm starting to get a bit more of a refined vaping thing now, though. I have been looking at some MTL stuff. Now, everybody knows I'm an RDA fan. I like my direct to lung stuff, but I'm starting to look at the MTL stuff now. I don't know why. There's just something about it that makes me think, I don't mind that.
The thing about obviously being onto your RDAs and more of a direct to lung vapor, you can not so much go down the true MTL where you're bobber the bomb. You could go to more of a restricted direct to lung where you're getting that restriction and you can still go with the higher ohmage. Like maybe a 1 ohm coil. Is
if you use a for me, this is just for me. The problem I have with the restrictive direct to lung is I'm not getting enough air. Because it makes me feel like I've got shortness of breath when I use them.
Yeah, again, that's getting something with that sort of airflow. I think the Geek Vape, it was the X or something like that, Geek Vape something X, I think it was brilliant. I give one to Darth Vapor, and he thought it was really good. That's more of a mouth to lung. 0.8 ohm coil in there with some Nick salts. What milligram are you vaping out?
20.
So what? And you're doing that in freebase?
Yeah, freebase. Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, that's what I've got now. No. This is where I fucked up. He's not 20 tall. He's not 20 tall. I fucked up with this. I order 2 20 milligram Nick shots to go into 50 mils. So whatever that makes.
Six.
There you go. So that's what I'm on.
I want to say 20 milligram freebase. Fucking.
I fucked up once. I ordered some vape liquid from somebody, and he goes, "What Nick do you use?" I goes, "Well," and to me, in my mind, I was just putting 20. He said, "Okay, it's
20 milligram on a sub-ohm. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, son, you must be loving that."
He goes, "Are you sure?" He goes, "Yeah, sure." Look, I goes, "That's what I put in it. Just fucking make it and send it me, will you?" So he did it, and he sent it me. I'm in a Destiny raid with 6 other people. And I put this liquid, open it up, get it all ready, put it in. And I hit it, and I'm not joking, the whole world just stopped in front of me.
Oh, hell, you'd be seeing pink elephants.
I was literally, the room was spinning, and I'm in the middle of a raid. And I'm like, guys, you're going to have to just stop. It was,
I can do 20 milligram on a 0.4 ohm coil. I can of Nick salts. I don't think I'd be able to do it on freebase like that.
I proper fucked up that day. That's when I just realised then we're having that conversation. Went, hang on a minute, you're making the same mistake again. You fucking idiot. You don't do 20. You put 20 milligram nip shots in. It's
quite a lot of people get percentage and milligram mixed up.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
there's no end of people that come in and go, "Yeah, I want 10%," and you go, "Do you want 10 milligram?" You don't want 10%.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody over the road, and he went, "Oh, I've not got much nicotine in here." He says, "I'm only on 1.6."
Yeah, vapor. I agree. It was daft. But it was an accidental daft.
I went to him,
being the usual fucking idiot.
1.6. So you're on 16 milligram. He went, no, I'm not on that much. I went, "You are." I said, "That's percentage, love."
No,
that's percentage. Yeah, they do. Again, it's people like that throw it. It's like Vic. He hits 12 milligram. He hits that hard as well in the morning.
Don't get me wrong. It's not. It wasn't impossible to vape because at that point I'd bought the liquids, so I couldn't just throw them away because money's tight. So I had to. I was sort of like mini hitting it just to try and get used to it. And
what you could have done if it were 50 mil, if you bought another 50 mil of the juice and then mixed it with another 50 mil of it, you would have then had it down at 10 milligram.
Yes, probably. But then again, logic never worked well in my world. And I just thought, you know what, I'm not spending more money on liquids. I'm just going to persevere like a trooper. And for a good month, I was off my head. I only needed to vape. I only needed to hit my RDA like twice a week.
What's always annoyed me in the vape industry is how everything's got to be a certain way. Like, we all know that I hit a 0.16 ohm coil, dual coil, at 130 watt. And I can't remember what show it was, but everyone said, "Oh, no, your mod won't actually hit that." So I filmed myself doing it, so you could see the voltage, worked it out by Ohm's law, and went, there you go, my mod is hitting that. But then I got downvoted massively on Reddit because someone were asking what's the proper wattage to hit something at. And I was like, fuck off everyone telling you what to do. You recommend it. So this is the recommend. Smock do not say this is the wattage you use it at. It says the recommended and best. It doesn't say you must use it at this wattage. But people have got this thing of, oh, you have to hit it at this range. No, you don't. Don't get me wrong, with a pre-built coil, you're probably going to burn fuck out of it if you go above
a pre-built coil, you're going to have to stick it sort of in the ranges. If not, it's going to last you a day. Or it won't
that's why
last
they
you that
brought
long.
out the smart system. Because so many people were burning out coils because they didn't realise that coil, you shouldn't be vaping at 150 watts. So they brought this smart system out so it could be even easier for the dumb people to realise that no, you stick it on smart, you stick coil in, and it automatically puts it within that range.
For my easy click reviews, because you had to review each coil individually and you had to write up, I'd start well below the wattage, and if that didn't absolutely do out, then I'd put that didn't do out, so I moved it quite a bit. But I'd start well below the wattage. So, for example, if it's 10 to 15 watt, I'd start at 5 watt. But then I'd go up to 20, 25 watt, and I'd keep going up until the flavour got there, so it started burning. And quite a lot of coils. There's 3 or 4 coils that, in the recommended range, it's shit. But, 20% above that, it starts to get damn good.
Yeah.
The only trouble with that is the longevity of that coil won't last.
No.
Yeah.
But if you work on a basis that a coil lasts you a week, you're fine.
No, that's wrong. If I bought a stock coil, I don't want it lasting me a week. I want it lasting me 3 to 4 weeks.
Now the rule of thumb is 7 to 10 days, used properly.
I don't know where you got that rule of thumb
that's
from.
the rule of thumb. It's 7 to 10 days. I think I got that from.
No.
Should be 3
to 4 weeks.
10 days.
3 to 4 weeks, unless you're getting a smart coil, you might get a week out of it. 3 to 4 weeks on a stock coil. That's what you should be looking at. If you're getting anything less from that, you're either over pushing it or you've got massively sweet juice.
Although my shop,
that'd be for me, massively sweet juice.
Juice, yeah. You shouldn't be using a coil every week.
This is the thing. This is the thing for me. I wait until the slightest taste of burnt, the very first taste of burnt. That's it. The coil's dead for me. I won't push it past that.
Well, it should be for everybody, but if you're buying it, unless it's a smart coil, which we all know smart coils last probably 7 days.
It was at the time, yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Or you're buying them from somewhere like Amazon and they're probably a rip-off coil.
Shrek, stick your head up your arse and fuck off. Fucking hell.
But yeah, no,
it's Buster Drive.
It is 3 to 4 weeks you should be getting out of a stock coil. Especially if you're sticking within the guidelines of it. Just going back to what Arlie was saying about, again, with coils, if I know what you're meaning and what you could push them to, but obviously a mouth to lunger, if you sat down there with a little coil and you start putting 60 watts through it, you're going to burn the ends off. It's going to drop out.
Yeah, well, don't forget, when I first started talking about that, I weren't talking about stock coils. I was talking about rebuildables.
Well, again, with rebuildable, if you had a mouth to lunger, you wouldn't be able to put 60 watts through it because it'd burn it.
My entire point was the entire industry, as customers, have got this, well, this is what you should use it at. Ohm Low says that this is the sweet spot. But I go, well, I don't like it like that. And it's just the same as them guys from, I think it was Suicide Mods, that came in my shop to sell me juice and sold me quad coil in the whatever fucking RD8 were. And they went, well, you're not supposed to do that. And I'm about to review it. I've put pictures on Instagram and I've told everyone it's great. You know, 2 coil. I said, well, we 2 coil, it was shit.
Oh, what are you signing them out for?
For me, the entire point of rebuildables is to be playful.
I have the power.
So to try and tell people that we're Clapton, you should only go this high on whatever ohmage, I think it's just bollocks. And I think tell them that that's probably going to be best, but then don't downvote someone for saying, look, just play about with it. Because bear in mind, I'm from, same as you, I'm from back in, 10 years ago, when all you got was single wrap chemicals, you made something, you put it in, started with a wattage low to prime it, and slowly went up until you found a sweet spot. These days, we all use calculators to tell us how many wraps makes what wattage. And I think, well, now you just start low, build it up, and when you think that tastes nice, And if you don't find where it tastes nice, then throw it a fucking way and start again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. No, it's all right. I can't believe you just timed him out, you pisshead. Oh,
This is a new
poor old
Mr. B.
Shrek.
I'm not. No, this is a new Mr. B. All this customer service nice guy is fucked off out the window.
I thought his comment was quite funny.
I have a naughty step, and I will put people on it.
Truth hurts. 2 weeks summer holidays. I thought that was quite funny. Ladies and gentlemen, stick Rochford in for your giveaway. You get 2 bottles of the brand new flavour. Remember, it is only for UK and Ireland. It's not anywhere else. I had a little conversation with Old Red. Lovely bloke he is. And he was like, you've not got back in touch with me about my winnings, which was back in August. So we did a bit of a look through about what had actually gone off. And he'd sent it totally to the wrong email address. He spelt little wrong.
Just don't choose the winner till he's off the naughty step.
Yeah, so he's off. Yeah, make sure you can join in. If you're watching Shrek, he was only joking. He was only joking. But yeah, no. Again, I totally get your point, Ollie. It's down to there is no actual norm. You do what you want to do. I know people. My brother will tell you. People used to go into the shop and just vape nicotine and VG.
I know someone like that too. There's no flavour to it at all.
Which is weird.
I don't think
I used to do that when I was tricking. And after every 3 times I dropped it, I'd have to drop a bit of flavour in. Because if not, if you just vape normal and you wait till all the flavour's gone and you just get back to pure, you end up going... Because you can't feel it going in. It's right weird. It's not working. Oh, yeah, it is.
Well, VG has got a little bit of sweetness to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, VG has, yeah.
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 It's got a little bit of... nice to see you, Colette. It's got a bit of sweetness to it. But Mark was saying he was like, what, you just want a Nick shot and some VG? Yeah, that's all I do. Is just I know people just have Nick shots.
Yeah, I've
well, I
met
suppose
one
you can't
do
tell.
shots.
You've got to have a bit of flavour, haven't you? I couldn't really do it that way.
When I met the 1 or 2 people that did just shots, that was before salts. So they were vaping 18 milligram free-base nicotine shots, which obviously is just the same as an 18 milligram free-base juice. But you agree, there's no flavour to it. What are you doing?
I'm so open. Obviously, you can't gauge anymore. You know, obviously, with the different prime ministers that we've gone through, what's actually going to happen when it comes down to them redoing the rules. You know what I mean? So, I really hope that they're going to let Nick get rid of these 10ml bottles and go back to having Nick in 30ml bottles. I know a lot of companies or shops don't want that to happen because having a 50ml short film and then putting whatever sort of Nick you want in it. So, like before, obviously, if you wanted a 3, they'd have to stock so many of the 3, 6, and as it goes up. But I really do hope they do go back to having ranges with nicotine in it because that's steeping.
Even if it's just shops that are allowed to do 72 milligram, because if a shop was allowed, that would be beneficial for vape shops as an economy. If vape shops were allowed to hold in 72 milligram and put it into your vape for you, because then you could make a really strong 50 milligram. We are diluting it to fuck.
Yeah, but
and even to make it to 3 milligram, you'd have to have like what 2 mil.
Yeah, the trouble with that is then trusting. It's like nowadays you can go into a shop and they'll have the 2 mil disposable, but then underneath the counter they're going to have... And the ones that they've got, I've never heard of, these disposables, they'll have them in the back and they're selling them under the counter.
Yeah, they will be. Shrek is officially off the naughty step.
Sorry, Shrek.
Bollocks.
I just got this image of him jumping through door. Rochford!
He would jump through a door and fucking walk, bang it fucking out.
Could be through a window.
Yeah, what is he, about 6'6"? He's huge. Him and Flat Cap together, he were like some sort of wrestling team. You're all right, tag team. Big love as well to the wonderful Flat Cap. He's not been very well. Yeah, I think he cancelled his show the other day. I think he did say that it collapsed. So big love to you, bro. Send me love to family for Christmas, and I hope you're feeling better. Another one as well, ladies and gentlemen. Please keep him in your thoughts. He's been in this chat loads and loads of times, which is Rob Stanley. As you know, he had a brain tumour. He had his operation, and then things went a little bit downhill. So on the 8th of December, he had to be put into a coma. So he's now on ventilation, and they don't think he's going to come back out until after Christmas. I've been speaking to his wife.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, lovely bloke, and he's gone through, obviously, the run of the mill. So at the minute, he's in intensive care, and unfortunately, the machine's breathing for him. So my thoughts are all with him and his family over this time. And come on, Rob, pull through, because he's such a lovely bloke. I spoke to him literally the day they put him into the coma. So, yeah, big love to him. And he were a very dry sense of humour. That's what he will like. So yeah, lovely bloke. So yeah, I'm rooting for you, Rob. Right, we are going to draw your Rochford, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what this is like? Because we haven't done it for absolutely ages.
Yes.
If
Shrek wins, we're pulling it again.
Right, rolling it. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Shy Tots. Jane, you have won the Christmas giveaway.
Congratulations, Jane.
I think she won a few months back as well. So congratulations, Jane. You have won.
I thought it were going to be Shrek then.
I were hoping it were going to be Shrek, because that would be absolutely fantastic, wouldn't it? Well, ladies and gentlemen,
wonderful.
It's I don't want to go way over it, because obviously you've got the wonderful Benny Vapes and his mixing show. Please make sure you go out and check that out. This has been our Christmas show, which is like normal. We were a little bit late, a little bit ranty, which is always good. Mr. B, say your goodbyes.
Before I leave, obviously this is Harley's last show. Me and you have not seen eye to eye on everything, but I've got to say, it's been a pleasure doing this with you. It's a pleasure knowing you, and I'm proud to consider you a friend. Good luck.
That's only because I have made subscribers. I've got you, bastard.
Yes, I know, but still. When you become a millionaire, remember your good old buddy who said nice things on here. You know what I mean?
He was saying awful things to me till you asked how many subscribers I had.
I can't argue. Thank you for being here, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next year.
Harley, say your final goodbyes, buddy.
Oh, final goodbyes. I feel like I've been kicked out around my slib or some shit. Mr. B.
You opted for the fucking surgery, mate. You're the testicle that's leaving.
Yeah, but we already said it. Say your final goodbyes, and then please make your way downstairs.
I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. Fucking hell.
It has been absolutely delightful over the last, I think it's just shy of 2 years. Probably a year and a half. It were very nice being with Flat Cap and all the guests we've had on over that time. I don't think I've had a show ever finished a show and thought, oh, fuck that. It has been really enjoyable, and I am going to miss meeting up with you pair every single week. Even though it hasn't been every single week the last couple of months. But I'm sure you'll get back on track, and I'm sure the show will go on to prosper with you two wonderful characters. It has been very nice, and massive love to everyone in chat, because you are all absolutely beautiful, and you've been very nice to me. You've been very nice to every guest we've had on, and I'm sure you will all... That sounds so stuck up. I'm sure you'll all continue supporting the show, same as you did before I was here. I didn't mean to sound it like that. I'm sure the show will go on to be great, and I'm sure you will all go on to be the wonderful Mr. B. It has been very nice being beside you on the screen for the last
on the screen
for the last, what's it been? It's got to be about a year, hasn't it?
It has, yeah.
It has been very wonderful. I have enjoyed our on camera.
On camera.
You know.
I am now blocking you on Facebook. You don't have to deal with him anymore. No, it has been lovely, and I do hold you as a friend. It has been very nice. But obviously, I don't love you as much as I love Mr. Aiden, because Mr. Aiden has been there for me and for everybody else in the community for a very long time, and we all appreciate him. And I don't think you were very long. I don't think I knew you very long before I came on the show. I think I did the live, then you invited me on the show.
The hospital live which was great.
Came on, so yeah, thank you every single person that's watched the show, that's been involved in the show. It has been an honour and a great time. And I really am sorry I'm leaving. If it weren't for the space and the time, I genuinely would go on forever. Sorry, guys. It's been lovely. Thank you.
And that's Harley, ladies and gentlemen. Just to reiterate what he said, I'm Mr. B. It's been a pleasure, mate. We met sort of like randomly. You were doing a live about hospitals, and one night we just sat there and ranted, and it was good, mate. And we became friends. Then you obviously came on with me and Flat Cap, which was fantastic. And then with Mr. B, you're an absolute star. You're one of my best mates. You know that. I know we don't talk all the time. But we know that if there were anything that one of us needed, we would be there. So you've been absolutely a stellar caster on this show, and I am going to sorely miss you, brother. You've been absolutely amazing. But we've got, it's one of these things. I tell you, this show has had more members than the fucking Drifters. It's getting that way. But yes, we will be continuing after Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. Our little bro Vates will be coming back. Big love to everybody in chat who's joined us today, and have a fantastic Christmas. Make sure you all stay safe.
Shit, no, stop. Bill Richards has just made a very good point. It's a fucking Christmas show, and not once have I said baubles to Aiden. Baubles. Baubles. He's hiding that cute little smile. Look.
It's that word, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Say it 5 times, it makes you smile. Baubles.
I thought you were going to say it 5 times in the mirror and I'll appear.
Cha-ching.
It does.
Big love to you all, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great Christmas. This is the first of the Christmas shows. It's like going back when I was on every other fucking show every other week. Sorry for swearing. I don't know why I'm swearing so much. Tomorrow night, make sure you come and join us for the UK Vape Show. That's our Christmas special. And on Friday, all of the Sav lads are going to be there as well. So make sure you join us on Friday night. By Saturday, I'm going to be well hung over. I won't be well hung. I've never been like that in my entire life. But hey ho, it filmed 4 prams. Big love to you all. Look after yourselves. And one last time, Harley, say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. It's been absolutely wonderful. I will see you next week.
If I don't, I'll see you through it window. So that intro, outro.
I'd have done
Christmas piss flaps.
I'd have done a Truman and said like, what is it that it says? Have a good morning, and if I don't see you, have a good evening. Good night.
It's good morning, good afternoon. I don't know.
Good whatever.
I should look that up. That'd have been good to end it, wouldn't it? But,
well, no, we're still talking, mate. We're still going.
Well, I don't know what it is. I'm not looking it up now.
I thought it was you keep on knocking, but you can't come in.
What?
Well, he kept trying to get out, didn't he?
Yeah.
We'll leave it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Good night and happy Christmas.